You'll send a code 3.
Riptide, Riptide, what you gonna see? What you gonna see? Turning on the TV. Riptide, Riptide, what you gonna see? What you gonna see? Turning on the TV. Riptide is filmed on location at Southdade Senior High School. Good afternoon, Bucks. Today's Friday, February 20th. I'm Natasha.
And I'm Cassandra, and you're watching the 54th episode of Riptide.
Hey Cassie, have you ever thought about getting on a bike and see where it takes you?
Yeah, well, Michelle Mosery met a couple that biked from Canada to Key West. They stopped by to tell us their story.
The idea of riding your bike to work or school may sound unpleasant, but not to Nadia and Sebastian, two bicyclists that have spent the past 4 months riding their bike from Quebec, Canada, all the way down to the Keys.
We started in Quebec in October. I know it was late, we started late, but we had some commitment with the work. We had to finish the work, and I quit my job. I was a bellman in the hotel. I don't know why. I needed money, I guess. But I was also empty. I felt like it was not fulfilling in my life to be either a businessman or a bellman in a hotel. I said to my business partner, that's over. I want to travel. I want to do something else. And not very long after, I met Nadia, which is my girlfriend now.
Nadia has traveled all around the world, bartering her art for food, shelter, and any other services she needs.
So I went to this hostel to ask if I could stay for a week for a painting, and they said yes. And finally I stayed 3 or 4 months because it was new and they had nothing art. They had no art. And it was good for me because I could relax, and I knew nobody there, and I just went back to, okay, who am I? I'm in my own country after all this experience. What do I want and all that? And there's this guy playing piano, and one day, it's a pretty bad piano, and I'm in the studio, but I don't interact much with the people there because I'm like, want to see what kind of art I'm gonna do after 5 years without winter. I'm so much about art. And I hear this piano playing, and I'm like, wow, this sounds pretty good. Who's playing that? I go out, and then he's like playing piano, and I'm like, oh, okay. We talk, and finally we go for snowshoe things and all that, and we start to date. And I'm like, okay, I'm a full-time barterer, and I want to travel. So I told him, right away, like, I'm not staying here. Like I left like 3 more weeks, and then I was leaving. Okay, man, I'm interested in you, but I'm gonna go back to Asia soon, and I don't have money. Like, what do you, what can you do? So yeah, the story changed at that point. That story changed, yeah, because it was all about art and me and traveling and all that. And he said, well, yeah, but I want to travel too. Okay, I'm an artist too. Okay, how do we do that?
Like in 2 weeks, we bought everything: the panniers, the bicycle, the trailer, the camping gear, everything. We were ready to go.
We told our landlord we were leaving. Then we told our friend we were leaving, and then we went. He sold his car, and we say, okay, we're off. We don't know how long, 4 years, 5 years, so we don't know. But hi, goodbye. You're welcome to visit us anywhere we are. We love you guys. We're on a journey. We're on this art journey.
Nadia and Sebastian have traveled over 4,000 miles in the past 4 months across the eastern side of the U.S., bartering with several restaurants, exchanging a personalized art piece for food. However, the journey isn't always as fun as it seems.
The bartering thing, it's awesome. The concept is very awesome because usually we pay with a piece of art. We don't really use money. We use art as a way of payment. But for me, more than Nadia, I think it's difficult sometimes because I'm always hungry and I need to eat a lot and stuff. So we need to stop in a restaurant to ask to barter, and then if there's no restaurant between that city and that city, we don't have any supplies. As a matter of fact, In Georgia, I had a back problem because of that. I had a very bad problem with my back, and I know that that was related to the lack of security, like kind of. And it was raining, and we did not have a place to stay, and I was starving and stuff. So I got off the bike, and I stuck my back, like I stroked my back. So I needed a chiropractor, you know. I could barely walk, and that was difficult. That was really difficult for me. So I thought maybe that's a sign that I'm not made for that, and maybe I should go back to my previous work and work 40 hours a week and stuff. So that was like a dilemma for me. But you know, we are here. We went to Key West, and everything was fine. And just have to find deep in yourself that you can do it, and everything is going to be all right. And you will find food, and you will find somebody to help you.
Before parting ways, Nadia and Sebastian gave great advice.
The most important thing, I think, is to really be present in the moment and flavor it, like savor it, to be happy about it, like to realize you're alive, and that moment is every little moments like that are important. And it's not about the big thing, or you know, it's really about small things.
Have the guts to give up and do something else. If you feel like you're stuck in your routine and you're not happy with it, just take your backpack and whatever money, go, and everything's going to be all right.
It's easy to get caught up in our everyday routines, but it's important to stop and appreciate the little things in life. As for Nadia and Sebastian, they are continuing their journey, learning more and more every day. For Riptide, I'm Michelle Mosery.
For people looking for a more structured future, Ms. Gilman gave us information on the college fair on Monday.
With college acceptance letters arriving for many seniors, lots of other students are looking forward to being in that position. Next Monday, South Aid will be hosting the annual College and Career Fair. Students will not only have the chance to check out different colleges from across the country, but as well as get information on the military and other different careers. Regardless of what grade you're in, it is never too late or too early to get information on your post-secondary options.
This year we have scheduled about 60 colleges and institutions who will be here, as well as all branches of the military and various county agencies that will be here to help our students with different services they provide. The college fair, I schedule it in the spring so that it really can serve all grade levels. For those seniors who haven't quite figured out what they want to do yet, or they're finalizing their plans, they can come by and talk to some of the colleges, get in touch with their reps, talk about some final, perhaps financial aid offers and scholarships that are available and things like that. Ideally for juniors, of course, as we go into the spring of their junior year and they're starting to look at colleges, it's their chance to reach out and make a connection with representatives, those people who will be looking at their applications and evaluating their test scores and doing something called demonstrated interest for them, so that they know, the college representatives know that they really do want and are interested in their institutions. And it really does the same thing for freshmen and sophomores, because it's never too early to show colleges that demonstrated interest. Even as early as your freshman and sophomore year, if those schools know that you're reaching out to them, that you know what programs they offer, that you're interested in a specific scholarship or internship that they have unique to their school, it's really beneficial to the student when they begin applying come their senior year.
To many students, this will be the first college fair they attend. So what are some important things to know, and what questions do we ask college representatives?
It's good to ask if the student knows exactly what they want to study, if that school offers that program of study. It's good to make connections and ask what the GPA or test scores are for that school to offer scholarship or merit-based money for different programs or majors that they want to study in. It's also good to ask if they have departmental scholarships. For example, if a student is a music major or an architecture, or is interested in architecture, they may have money specific to those programs that they can offer the students. Of course, it's always good to ask, especially for juniors coming into this, it's very good to ask deadlines. What is the school's admissions deadline when they need to apply? What is the school's priority deadline for scholarship? In other words, when do I need to apply so that you can offer me money?
Ms. Gilman offers students who are attending the college fair some last-minute advice.
Anybody who's planning on coming to the college fair, one of the first things I would do is talk, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, Talk to your teachers and see if they'll offer extra credit. A lot of teachers do offer extra credit. I'll have a sign-in sheet. Everyone who comes in, parents and everyone involved, will sign in, so that's very easy for the teachers to check, and that's always helpful. Also, bring something to write with. The admissions officers will probably have you filling out information cards so that they can put you on email lists and reach out to you, so definitely have something to write with. I will have bags available to put all your brochures and stuff in, so that part's not a problem. And I have a scavenger hunt that has some ideas, some questions that you can approach them with. And just be prepared to be open, be prepared to shine, be prepared to be yourself, and just show these college admissions representatives how wonderful South Dade students are.
Be sure to check out the career fair next Monday at 6 p.m. in the cafeteria. Remember, it's never too late to start thinking about your future. For Riptide, I'm Andrea Bueno.
I'm so excited for next year.
Good thing subject selections are going on. Let's go to Sam with more information on it.
With the 2015-2016 school year quickly approaching, many students are anxiously awaiting to see what the following year will hold for them. This week, subject selection will take place in the auditorium during your English classes. Students will get the opportunity to choose their potential courses for next year.
In order to graduate high school, you do need a 2.0 or higher, 2.0. However, if you plan to go to school, college, post-secondary education, you plan to get some type of scholarship. If you're an athlete, and you want to get an athletic scholarship, you should have at least a 3.0.
You will be given 2 sheets varying depending on your grade level. One sheet will have all of your options for classes, including electives and core classes, which you must place in order. The next sheet you will receive will be filled out by your counselor, which will place you in your classes for next year. However, remember that these classes may not be permanent and may change due to availability of the class.
Well, this year we're offering creative writing. There's a few changes, but the one that I can kind of think of at the top of my head, creative writing. And for 10th graders, they're going to be doing their Florida virtual mandated for next year, and their choices are going to be peer counseling, driver's ed, and music of the world. They should know what their teachers are recommending them for. For example, if their teachers recommending them for pre-calculus or college readiness, or if they're recommending them for AP World History or regular World History. So they should have their teacher recommendations done. Have an idea of what you want to do when you graduate. Have an idea of what college you're interested in applying to, what universities, and know what they're looking for, so that way you can make better choices.
Remember that while these classes may not be a permanent decision, they give your counselors a guideline of where to base you for next year, so choose wisely. Reporting for Riptide, I'm Samantha Moffett.
After all the college fairs, sleepless nights, and stress, the senior class top 5% took a picture for summa cum laude.
With final GPAs for seniors calculated, the summa cum laude have gathered to take their picture to save the memory of all their hard work.
It feels really good, considering the fact that I'm at IB and it's like a really hard academy. It feels really good because I know all my hard work paid off.
I never slept. I always finish my homework around 3. Usually wake up 5 in the morning just to finish it, cry, sleep a little bit, and wake up, regret sleeping, and do my work.
It's kind of just like a continuous routine. It doesn't really ever stop for you. You just keep doing what you're doing and hopefully getting good grades.
I played golf for the school, and going to practice every day till 6 o'clock and then coming home and having to do homework all throughout the night. That's definitely a big obstacle.
It feels good to know wow, I find this actually paid off, because everyone always says IB is some people say IB is not worth it, but I think it is, because now I'm top 5%.
It really helps when you're trying to apply for colleges and get scholarships. It really helps out a lot.
I'd like to thank my mom, because she was on my butt all throughout high school to get good grades and stay dedicated to my education. So yeah, thanks, Mom.
It's always a reminder that hard work pays off. For Riptide, I'm Kathy Padilla.
Well, that's it for today, Bucks. I'm Cassandra.
I'm Natasha. Stay warm and have a nice weekend.
Yes!
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Why'd you move? Cassie, have you ever thought about getting on a bike and see where it takes? That was wait, I'm pausing.
We're supposed to look at each other? Wait, hold on.
The hell you scared me?
Espérate, wind. Yeah.
Yeah! For people